Cruising down Manchester Street in my drop top, chillin' where you gotta keep the heat when the block hot. Cruising down Manchester Street in my drop top, chillin' where you gotta keep the heat when the block hot. Yeah, on the east side and the west side. Yeah, on the east side and the west side. Cruising down Manchester Street in my drop top, chillin' where you gotta keep the heat when the block hot. Crown my head, I'm getting my.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy CMJ, man, bringing y'all another edition of the Total Fandom NBA Best Bets Player Props Monday, 11/11. Happy Veterans Day. Shout out to the veterans. I'm just going to try to make this as quick as possible. Try to make the video shorter for y'all, all that good stuff. Hope y'all had a good weekend. I had a nice little break. Still kind of recuperating from last week because I'm still tired, and I think I'm getting sick now. I don't know if you can hear that in my voice. Probably tell because I'm be sniffling a little bit, but anyway, been doing pretty good. Some of the little lines that I was taking over the weekend were doing pretty good. The Cam Thomas 2.5 assists on Saturday, that was really good. That cashed. The Donovan Mitchell 2.5 threes on Saturday, that cashed. Jared Allen 1 block, cash. Was that yesterday? I think that was yesterday. That cashed. So also, I'm trying to figure out why Anthony Davis wasn't voided yesterday because he pretty sure he got hurt, left in the third quarter, didn't come back. I'm trying to figure that out. But anyway, so yeah, solid weekend. I did have some misses. The Jordan Poole 1.5 blocks plus steals, he missed twice. He's been on fire all year and missed twice. So I'm kind of worried about that right now. But I'm going to take it one more time today. I'm not gonna put that in the video for you guys, but I'm going to take it one more time today. I think he has a good matchup. I think he's gonna get at least 2 steals today. And the line's still 1.5 blocks plus steals. So I'm going to. There's something. No, he's playing hard. I don't understand why he's no. This is maybe just the matchup. I think they play the They played they play Rockets today. Rockets are 30th in the league in turnovers. 30th in the league in turnovers. So at the shooting guard position. So they'll probably give it up. They'll probably give it up a little bit. I expect that to be a little bit of uh like a subtle back and forth. I think the Wizards will give them some problems for like a little bit. I don't know. I don't want to predict the game like that, but I don't see the Wizards winning, but I can see a couple of Jalen Green turnovers, a couple of Dylan Brooks turnovers, Jordan Poole. Oh yeah. I can see them, and I can see them getting into it for sure. But anyway, let's get to my best bets or my picks for today. Some lines are. I'm gonna say this. I'm going to have like a bunch of lines pop up on the screen, and I'm not going to like objectively suggest all of them. But I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna like. Some of them I'm definitely thinking about. It's just there are certain parameters like that factor in that matter when it comes to making bets like these. So bonus 30.5 points plus rebounds was 29.5 yesterday. Um, they had that overtime game. I forgot who they played. Excuse me, but definitely an overtime game where he went over that line. And Sabonis is a set it and forget it for me. Like like a Jokic light. But I'll be honest that back to back, overtime. Like I said, this is a line I'm thinking about for sure. But I would just if it's 29.5 again, I definitely think it. I definitely think he can get it. If you ask me, against the Spurs, 16 rebounds and 16 points for Sabonis, I don't think is out of the and that's for the 30. That's 32 rebounds and points. So I'm talking about, and that's going 1.5 and 2 over 30.5. So I think he can get that personally. If I look at this matchup, I will boom have matchup thingies for you on the screen, like kind of like forgive me, I'm so tired, but and that can't be my excuse every time. I'll be better. But yeah, you can see the matchup against centers for the Spurs. They don't really do that well in the points category, like middle of the pack. But like I said, Wimby doesn't scare me when it comes to matchups against elite centers. It's just the back to back off the overtime win scares me a little bit off the line. Let me take this down. Excuse me. There you go. So yeah, I'm definitely thinking about the Sabonis points and rebounds. If it comes down to 29.5 for me on sleeper, I'll think I'm going to take it. But um, so it's just a suggestion for you to look at. Next pick. Okay, I I know beware the all green, and you can see the 25% head to head, hit rate. I don't care about that, right? Really, I'm looking at this year for this guy, and he's playing like 24 minutes a game, so he's not playing the full game. But you give me 2 turnovers in 24 minutes, I think that's very doable for Ben Simmons. I mean, come on, green, 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 green. 6'4", 2'2", 3'3". He's averaging almost 3.5 turnovers a game. You're gonna give me two against the Pelicans. I get it. Zion is out indefinitely, um, which I mean, hey man, Zion. We don't really expect him to play like that, but that's a line that I really like. Um, I didn't mean to skip forward like that real quick, but I'll get to this pick in a second. Ben Simmons 1.5 turnovers. I mean, his potential rebounds is somewhere around 11, or 11 and a half. So the fact that it's weird because his usage rate is like 14% or 14 and a half. So um, I think what that's telling me is he's going for boards. He's having the ball in his hands, but he's trying to get it out as quick as possible. Because I'm not really watching all the Nets games, especially when he like something. And he's not even playing all the Nets games. Like he just didn't play off the back to back or something like that. But anyway, um, he's going for boards. He's pulling them down, but he's also turning the ball over at a high rate. I'll go back just for you guys. So I think this is a cake line. Honestly, this is probably a free square. Not really like the Jordan Poole 1.5 blocks and steals because that requires hustle. This is like like not chance, IQ and opportunity. Because someone's gonna want to steal the ball from Ben Simmons, or he'll make a bad pass, or throw it out of bounds, or something. It's like it's Ben Simmons. It's Ben Simmons. I don't have to explain this to you guys. Honestly, if it goes up to 2.5, then we can sweat it a little bit. But it's 1.5. That's easy, if you ask me. And then the next one that you saw a little bit earlier. Anyway, so this next pick, Cam Thomas, 2.5 assists, is more of a gut feeling. I think is going to happen today. He went over in the last matchup against Cleveland, and I think if it's going to be another matchup where the team that Cam Thomas is facing is going to be really good against shooting guards, against scoring shooting guards, then he'll have opportunities to get this assist margin. 2.5 assists is not really it's not really out of the realm of possibilities for a guy who's going to be having the ball in his hands. Now he did go over in the last game that we took him. Like I felt like this line was really underrated, and the hit rate is not astronomically high. Like it doesn't make you feel like the best. Like it's not like all green or anything, but a 67% is I mean 60%, excuse me, it's still pretty good if you ask me. And I get it, the head to head is not there. I understand. But the Pelicans are ranked 29th in the league in assists given up to this position. They're giving up 5.5. Um, they're 29th in rebounds given up, but they're only 10th in points given up. So like I said, I feel like if they're gonna be on Cam Thomas a little tough, he's gonna have to dish the rock. I mean, I can see 3 assists. You know, I mean, of course, anybody could say I could see 3 assists, and the projection is leaning that way. But like I said, this is a gut feeling. He's playing against Jose Alvarado and Brandon Ingram and Brandon Boston but yeah, it's just a feeling. It's just a feeling. I like this. I like this play. I like this play. I like it a lot. I know that when you look at the screen, it's gone under 4 times, but every time he did go, like all those 3 times that you see he's gone under, he's barely missed it. He's so if there's an alt 2 assists, then you probably go with that if you want to feel safe about it. Under one against under against Boston, he had one. I mean, that's Boston. Detroit, he had 2. So he hooked 2 against Memphis. Hook, Milk, like he's getting this. He's getting this. He's getting this. It might bump up to 3.5 at some point, and then I would not be able to take it anymore. So I like Cam Thomas 2.5 assists against the Pelicans today. The next oh yeah, gosh, I had wow. And here's the matchup for you right here that I forgot to pull up on the screen for you as I was reading it for you earlier. Yeah, like I said, 29th in the league in assists given up to the position as shooting guard. Rebounds is there, points, all that. Um, I think he can go over. I think he can go over 2.5 assists. It's just three for the whole game. That's why I feel like he can go over. It's not a really hard line to sweat out. Like he could have 3 assists in the first half. I can see that, and then I understand that he's pushed like 3 times and gone under once, but and I feel like those games required him to score. I like you like Milwaukee, Memphis, not Detroit, but Boston. Like those games require you to like take on more of a load offensively, and I don't know if you're cooking that day, and if they can't get a hold of you, you're not passing the ball. So I like my chances here. Um, and then the next line is Norman Powell, 1.5 assists. Um, I know his points line is really the the attractive play. It's at 21.5. Um, yesterday was at 22.5, which is very interesting. But and if anything, personally, I'm gonna go the Norman Powell alt 20 because it's not the multiplier is not that far off. If it's 21.5 and 20, I'll take the alt 20 for the push because I think he pushed yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. But give me the 1.5 assist for Norman Powell. The hit rate, I personally like it. It's at 80% for the year head to head. I'm not really worried about that as much as this year is panning out. 1.5 assists is really low for a starting shooting guard. Like who's actually been on a tear in the first half of not the first half. I was about to say first half of the season. Like the first quarter of the season, I want to say. Or the opening 3 weeks of the season. This is the matchup against OKC for Norman Powell. Like same thing with Cam Thomas. Like they're not giving up a lot of assists. This is a good defense against shooting guards, but that's what I'm banking on. Really good defense against shooting guards at in points given up. Fifth in points given up, 19. He might not hit that tonight, but he will get those 2 assists because they're gonna be on his butt. You know what I'm saying? No diddy. So that's what I feel good about. Like maybe I'll probably do a Ben Simmons 1.5 turnovers, a Norman Powell 1.5 assists. Might just cake that, and then roll on the Cam Thomas and the next pick on that on another ticket, But I really like this. I really like this 1.5 assists. That's too low, starting shooting guard, too low. And he's getting the ball from Harden. So Derrick Jones, 1 block or steal is my favorite play for Buddy though, because yesterday I took his 1 3 made. He did not hit that, and was it yesterday? That was the day before yesterday. It was Saturday. It was Saturday. Um, that I took his 1 3 made, and he didn't hit that. Buddy didn't hit that, and I was really upset because it had a really good hit rate. He probably hit it today. And I don't really necessarily like his matchup to hit the 1 3. But this will just be the day that he hits it because I don't take it. So you probably want to lean that way. I'm gonna go with the blocks and steals. Excuse me, something to mind. I'm gonna go with the blocks and steals. I mean, look at the hit rate. 80% on the year, 85 head to head. This is going to be an intense matchup. You forget back and forth. It's going to be intense. The ball will be turned over. There will be blocks. There will be steals. There will be. I just said it. So then we look at the matchup. Sorry, my dog sneezing in the back. Okay, so yeah, looking at the matchup, looking at the matchup for Derrick Jones Jr. Damn, I sound a little under the weather, right there. Like he could hit a 3. Like he probably will hit a 3 if I'm being honest. He probably will. Like he didn't hit one a couple of days ago. He probably hit one today. But um, I still like how, and like I said, this matchup will be intense. The blocks and the steals line is, I mean, come on, it's 1 block or 1 steal, bro. bro. Have you seen bro like 6'7" with like a crazy wingspan, and I he's playing against the Thunder who are gonna play at a high pace. I just don't understand how this would be cake. I'll probably go this line, Ben Simmons turnovers, and Norman Powell assists. Just if I want some easy money, that's what I feel like would be easy money. Um, and then like I brought up the matchup, you guys saw those stats already, and then here are the hit rates for his 1-3 made that didn't hit against Toronto, but will probably hit today. The last time they played OKC, it didn't hit though. Look at that. It might not hit though. It might not hit. But the last time they played OKC and the blocks in the steals line, oh, that didn't hit either. Ooh, hold on. But the head to head is there though. You see, the head to head is there though for the blocks and steals, but it's not there for the. Okay, it's kind of there for the 3 point. Either one, it's a pick 'em. It's a pick 'em. I'm going blocks and steals. I'm going for the intense matchup. Um, yeah, because I don't trust him to hit a three today. That's just me personally. And then I think I have one more for you guys that I just. Yep, Jared Allen 1 block. I'm going back to the well. I mean, look at the hit rate, head to head, 100%. Oh my goodness. They would have playing to get. They're playing the Bulls. Uh, I know Vooch is going to take at least 2 threes, probably 3. Wait, are they playing Chicago? Excuse me. Hold on. Yeah. Vooch is gonna play. Vooch is gonna take 2 threes, maybe 3, because Jared Allen, rim protector, obviously. But it's the pace of play that I want this 1 block at, and maybe Evan Mobley gets 2 blocks because, like I said, it's the pace of play, and I think Evan Mobley is a little more agile than Jared Allen. But that's why I want the 1 block. Forget the head to head hit rate. Okay, Vooch pulling Jared out of the paint worries me, but the pace of the play with the Bulls leading the league in pace of play, that does not that makes me feel real good about it. And like he's only gone under twice this year. I mean, that was against Milwaukee. Rick Lopez is a center that will pull you out, obviously. But I'm not worried about that. And that other game, I guess that's not popping up for me at the bottom of the screen there, but I could just pull it up. Um, Give me 1 second. Yeah, so he's projected to get 1 block in this game. I believe the the line is 1.5 on some apps, but on Sleeper it's still 0.5. If you can, I don't think it'll be. I don't think it'll be 0.5 on Underdog. I think it'll be 1.5 on Underdog. Um, because they don't really run a lot of 0.5 or 0.5 lines. Usually that's yeah, they don't run a lot of those, but on Sleeper, this was definitely still available around midnight last night. It's almost 7 a.m. now, PST, so that'd be almost 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you can kind of calculate wherever you're from there because I can't really, I'm not about to do all that. But um, I like this to hit again because of the pace of play. I it, and I like to go back to the well on matchups. You guys kind of can figure that out right now, like because I like to make money. That's why I brought up Sabonis as a suggestion earlier. I even brought up Jordan Poole as a suggestion because he hasn't hit the last 2 days or last 2 games, and like I like his matchup today to hit that 1.5 blocks plus steals. But the Norman Powell 1.5 assists is real. Like I said, it's a good feeling. Like the matchup isn't there for the assists. The assists defensively, but the projection is that he's going to get 2 assists, and I also believe he's going to get 2 assists based off the defensive focus that will be put on him, um, to try to contain him from going off for like 30 plus because he could. That's kind of the 1B to the offense, and then Chet Holmgren being out indefinitely or 8 to 10 weeks with the hip fracture or something like that. Um, I like the Zubac rebound line because the Thunder are already like the worst team in the league at rebounding against the center position. So Zubac's rebound line, I think, is 12.5. I'll probably go all 12 to feel safe. But that might really smash tonight. So that's another objective suggestion I have for the video. It was really hard for me to choose out of Derrick Jones 0.5 threes or blocks and steals because I feel like I said, like, oh, since I'm not taking it today, it'll cash. But the blocks and the steals, like, that's hustle, that's defense, that's, like, that's capable. Like, I think he's capable of that, obviously, given the hit rate, given um, like the size and the length of the player, no Diddy, uh, in the matchup. Also, both these teams are still playing for something. Like, there's not like, you know, uh, I believe both these teams are in the same division inside the conference. So, and I could be wrong about that, but I like I said, I feel like the matchup would be intense. So I'm probably leaning I'm probably leaning 0.5 blocks and steals. And then another one that I suggested, I know, was the Cam Thomas 2.5 assists. Like I said, another gut feeling. I feel like he'll be the focus of the Pelicans defense, and he'll have to dish it a little bit. I know Ben Simmons will be back in the lineup. Give me his 1.5 turnovers for sure. Like, his projection is for 5.5 assists. So if you're projected six assists, I think you're probably gonna have 2 turnovers, honestly. Um, and then potential rebounds, like I said, is around 11. So if you're gonna be and he's been getting hitting that rebound rate. He has a good rebound rate for his potential rebounds. So like the ball's gonna be in his hands. He's gonna try to and it's gonna be two. It's gonna You're probably gonna have like 3 turnovers today, and that line will probably go like that. That line will probably breeze, and I won't even have to think about it. Um, and then lastly, I think one more thing before we get out of here. Oh, the Jared Allen blocks. Like I said, I'm going back to the well on that. And Evan Mobley has a great matchup. Jordan from the final round. He said this earlier, but he's a Cavaliers fan, so he can say that. But um, he's right though. He's right though. The Cavaliers have a great match. No, Evan Mobley has a great matchup. I just worry because didn't he play yesterday? Or am I tripping?
Cruising down Manchester Street in my drop top, chilling where you gotta keep the heat when the block hot. Cruising down Manchester Street in my drop top, chilling where you gotta keep the heat when the block hot. Yeah, on the east side and the west side. Yeah, on the east side and the west side. Cruising down Manchester Street in my drop top, chilling where you gotta keep the heat when the block hot. Crown my head, I'm getting my.
Okay, no. The Cavaliers are coming off 1 day of rest. Um, so I feel better about the Allen blocks. The Mobley line is a little inflated. Let me just go to it real quick before we get out of here. Points and rebound. And when I say the Mobley line, I mean the points and rebounds. Um, 26.5 right now. If it was 25.5, I still feel kind of skeptical. Um, he's projected to go over that 25.5. Hey, that's a lot. Like, now his points line is kind of juiced up to 17.5. I remember it being 15.5 a couple days ago. Might just have to, like, he might get the blocks. I don't know. He might just have to watch and see. I don't know. It's a good matchup versus Chicago for power forward. And like, I would honestly, you know what? Let me go with my gut because it's gonna be Vooch versus Allen. So who is gonna be covering Mobley at power forward? The line is juiced. Probably just go alt 15. Alt 15 points for Evan Mobley. Call it a day. Or if you can alt the points and rebounds line down, just do that and feel safe about it because the line is definitely juiced up a bit. We wanted to come back down. So that's pretty much it for this video. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. I do have NFL. Oh, I have one NFL I think is a gimme. The Devon Achane receptions line in every game that Tua has played, he has at least 6 receptions. I think the line is at 5.5 right now, so it's really high. But in every game Tua's played, he has at least 6 receptions. So that there's something to think about if you are into Monday Night Football. I mean, are into football and are gonna watch the game tonight. But that's all I got for you guys right now. I appreciate all the new. I appreciate all the new subscriptions, the follows or whatnot. People commenting or commenting on my comments on other videos and tapping into some of the lines I suggest. Appreciate that. Keep commenting, keep liking, keep subscribing, keep that notification bell on because I'm gonna try to keep posting. I think I'm gonna do it every other day for right now. Every day is kind of intense for me. And I do have a job, so just stay tuned. And yeah, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna get up out of here. Good luck today, and we will do a recap of this tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. All right, peace out.